Annette Schiller, Chairperson of Fit Europe. Thank you, Kevin. And thank you, Bottas, for the invitation to speak here today. As the European Umbrella Association for 59 associations, we do recognise the importance, what we stand for is the importance of using qualified professional interpreters and translators in every possible situation. However, we do realise that the migration crisis is a very, very special situation. We've got people coming into the country with languages where there are no interpreters, no translators, there's no provision in their countries, in a lot of them, a lot of cases. We do believe we have to, recognise the situation and go back to the basics, I think, and say, okay, for the normal European languages, we have things in place, but that is not the case here. We look at the dangers of using interpreters that are not properly qualified, that are not impartial, that don't work ethically, not necessarily because they're doing it on purpose. They're simply unaware of the dangers involved in interpreting a situation where you really don't know what's what and what is important, etc. But family members interpreting, children interpreting situations, it's all unacceptable. We're aware of that, and what we propose doing now is setting up a conference to look at the specific issue here in Europe, and we hope that the outcome from that conference will be applicable to the rest of the world, perhaps to certain aspects of it. So what we are hoping to do, we haven't yet got final approval from the EU Commission, but within the framework of the Translated Europe Forum, we hope to run a conference in Athens in December, on the 7th of December, to look specifically at the migration crisis, the linguistic aspect of the migration crisis. And we're going to look at situations like the interpreting in a police station, interpreting in a justice situation, interpreting in a health scenario. What do we need to help these people, to help the people who are interviewing, who are the caregivers, but also the people who are coming into the system? What can be done there in linguistic terms, interpreting and translating? Can we set up systems in advance of them coming in that can be applied, translation forms, etc.? It's a very stressful situation, and I can imagine that if people can't understand the people they're trying to get information from, that it results in very, very difficult and awkward situation, very not good situation for all involved. So we'll be looking at, also looking at, I suppose, proposals or suggestions, examples of best practice for how to set up training programs for people in these languages, for interpreting and translation, but not something that is going to do for the next year or two, but that can be developed, because we're really starting from a very low base here with a lot of these languages in Europe, and it will be a template for the future and for other crisis situations. So we hope to invite people from European level, from national level, the associations, the professional associations, the professionals themselves, of course, and really any kind of policy maker, decision maker, etc., not just from Greece, but it's going to be an international event, a European event, but also possibly international. So as I say, we're waiting for final approval, but we're hoping it's going to go ahead on the 7th of December. That's a Fit Europe, that's one of our main events this year. So you're all welcome to come along. If you need some information about it, please contact us. We'll be happy to provide it.